Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an Apex Legends guide. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Bloodhound, the technological tracker legend. We'll be looking at his abilities and how to best use him to survive and help lead your squad to victory. Before we begin, please take a second to subscribe if you're new, and click that Taco Bell button to see my latest videos. Now without further interruption, let's begin. First up, let's look at Bloodhound's passive ability, Tracker. Tracker allows Bloodhound to see clues that opponents have left behind. These clues can be anything from footsteps to jump marks to when a door was opened. These clues can notify Bloodhound to when an enemy squad is near and where they were headed. This allows their squad to set an ambush or play it safe and avoid the enemy squad altogether. The clues can help find the rough location of an enemy or squad, but to be certain, you can make use of Bloodhound's tactical ability. Bloodhound's tactical is called Eye of the ALLFATHER. When pressed, Bloodhound will press a touchpad on their arm and send out a pulse in front of them. This pulse momentarily reveals all enemies, traps, and clues through any structures in front of them. This can be used to quickly check buildings for any enemies that may be hiding, or it can be used to follow up from clues. This ability is straightforward. Send a pulse out and detect enemies. There are two major downsides though: the lengthy recharge time of 35 seconds, and the fact that enemies can also see the pulse. This means when you detect a squad, they know you're coming too. And in some scenarios you may use your pulse only for the enemy to be a few meters outside of its radius, meaning you don't know where the enemy is, but they know where you are. So be careful when you use it, where you use it, and no matter what, be ready for a fight. Finally, we have Bloodhound's ultimate, Beast of the Hunt. When activated, a short startup animation will play. After that, Bloodhound becomes the ultimate hunter. In this mode, Bloodhound's vision goes black and white, but enemy tracks and enemies themselves are highlighted in bright red. In addition to this, Bloodhound also moves much faster. Basically, for 35 seconds, Bloodhound is an efficient killer. Once you activate this ability, rush your enemies. If you want to, you can go straight for them, but I recommend going for a flank since your movement speed is faster. Since your enemies are highlighted, you should have no problem finding them or shooting them. I recommend using this in bigger engagements when your team is ambushed, or when you're a part of the final two squads and need to hunt the last three players to win the match. Also, as a bonus tip, if you ever find yourself caught outside the ring when it's closing in, remember Beast of the Hunt increases your movement speed, so you can pop your ultimate, put away your weapons, and haul ass until you get back inside the zone. Now that we know what Bloodhound can do, what should you do to be the best Bloodhound you can be? First and foremost, pay attention to your clues. These will be your best indication of nearby danger, other than actually seeing enemies off in the distance. Other than sight, you are your squad's best shot at knowing when danger is near and when you need to get ready for a fight. Once you do spot some clues, decide with your squad if you should follow them or steer clear. If your team is loaded with loot, maybe you want to follow the tracks and take out this squad earlier in the match. Maybe your team had a bad drop and doesn't have that great of weapons. You might want to sneak around and not engage until you find some better loot. Once you decide your squad wants to fight or just go for some blood, use your Eye of the ALLFATHER. This is going to let you and your squad know exactly or the rough location of the enemies. Let's say you follow your clues and they lead into a building. You can use your Eye of the ALLFATHER to see if the enemies are still there before going in, and where they're at if they're still inside the room. You can use your pulse and see that they're all set up in corners waiting, or maybe they're looting a corpse and you can get the jump on them. Use your pulse when you know or have a good feeling that enemies are nearby. It's really down to experience and your own personal game sense, but follow your clues and you should be fine. Look at you. You followed your clues like Scooby-Doo, you've used your pulse to hunt down some squads and to avoid ambushes, and now you're one of the last two squads left. This is it, baby. You're in it to win it. Now each member of your team has a role to play. You as Bloodhound, you're going to be playing the hunter / exterminator / game winning kill getter. I suggest having your ultimate ready to go, because you're going to be popping it. So pop your ultimate and start sprinting looking for tracks. They'll be highlighted so you should have no problem finding them. Once you see them, ping the enemy location for your squad because not everyone is a god and you're going to want backup just in case. Now rush the enemy. They're highlighted in red and you're a bull charging with its horns. Hunt your enemies, kill them, and hopefully get the last kill and win the match. This is the perfect scenario for a Bloodhound, when everything goes right and you really help your team out and make sure you all know where the enemies are at. But of course, there are a million things that could go wrong, so focus on your clues, pulse suspicious locations, and use your ultimate when your team needs to kill quickly or they need to know the immediate location of a squad. Work on these tips and you'll be a good Bloodhound in no time. And that's it for this video. I want to hear from you all. Do you like Bloodhound? Are there any tips I missed? And if so, what are they? And what legend do you want me to cover next? I don't know, so let me know down in the comments below. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing Apex content. I'm the Battle Moon and I will see you in the next video.